So let's see the differences between HDFS and HBase. So HDFS is actually a file system. HBase is Hadoop database. So what does it mean basically? Like HBase is actually derived from Hadoop database. So you can remove these things and you can say H is coming from Hadoop and base is coming from database. So that's why the name is HBase. But don't get confused. HBase works on HDFS only. Yeah. So it is working on HDFS only. So Oracle also works on a file system. So similarly, this database works on a file system. So this is a file system and this is a database, and it is working on a file system which is a distributed file system. And HDFS provides fault tolerance and scalability. So these are the two things provided by HDFS. So this is fault tolerance and scalability. These two things are inherited by HBase from HDFS, because HDFS will do replication of data and that brings in fault tolerance. And similarly, we can add more worker machines for scalability, horizontal scalability, when there is more data coming from the client side. HDFS also provides an option to add more machines to the cluster when there is more data. So that is like horizontal scalability that HDFS is providing, and HBase is leveraging these two features of HDFS. Apart from that, here in HDFS, updates are not allowed. But in HBase, updates are allowed. HDFS is very good for those use cases which are having sequential access, which requires sequential access. For example, if you are doing some kind of log file analysis, you want to use HDFS, you can do that. HBase is good, very good for, or very much optimized, I should write, very much optimized. When I say very good, that means I'm referring to very much optimized for random read and random write kind of use cases. For example, Facebook Messenger. In Facebook Messenger, we want to send message to a particular user. So Facebook Messenger is already working on big data, and initially when Facebook Messenger started in 2010, then it started to use HBase. Even though HBase was not created by Facebook. Yeah. So Facebook created Cassandra, but even then Facebook started using HBase. Reason for using HBase was HBase provides this functionality of random read, random write. You can do high throughput inserts. That means you can do millions of inserts per second. Millions of inserts are possible. So in a messenger, when there are so many people connected, then people are sending messages. When they are sending messages, then you can assume like they are already working on big data cluster, but the data which is being sent is small, because the message size, let's say I say hello, then that message size is small, but the volume of data or velocity of data is also very high, like it is very high throughput in ingestion. So it can handle that, but HDFS cannot. HDFS is basically batch. It's being used for operational system. I can say this is like this can be used for operational use cases. The use cases related to like current operation which is happening on the cluster, which is Facebook Messenger. But this one is like more for analytical use cases For example, you are doing some kind of analysis of past data and you want to read data from beginning to end, and then you want to find out like how many visitors visited my website in past. So this is for analytical use cases, because it is kind of batch file system, so you have to read the file, scan it and understand, right? So in HDFS, unit of data is large. When I say unit of data, that is block size is large. For example, 128 MB. And in HBase, unit of data is small. For example, it is in KBs, and this can be like block size is in KBs, 64 KB or 32 KB you can configure, but this is usually very small. So when you have small block size, then you can do random read, random write very easily. When you have large block size, then you can do sequential access very easily. So hope this gives you clarity, like what is the difference between HDFS and HBase.